Hi, it's Saturday the 28th of January, and I've just filmed this once, got to the end of it and realised I've not even pressed play, so I'm just like, start again. Anyway, I'm not eating mouldy bread, by the way. I'm having my dinner, because Finn's in bed having a nap, and I thought I'd try and do this for someone I said to do it for, and stuff, so I'm eating my dinner at the same time. So that is, if you're wondering, mmm. Mm. Sorry, avocado on, oh, where is it? This bread is gorgeous. Is it Bergen bread, and it's soya and linseed, because last year I did go vegan for 3 months. I don't mean I just went vegan 3 months, but I'm going to tell you about it in another post, just of a health thing, but I'll tell you about what I'm planning on doing again with that and stuff. Not that I've gone vegan, but I'll tell you. And this is, avocado is one of the things that I really like. But if you think, ooh, avocado, it doesn't taste of anything, honest to God, if you get an avocado, cut it in half. I mash mine up because I prefer it this way. So good that you can't remember that smell vision because it stinks of garlic. If you get the garlic granules, like a grinder thing, but the garlic granules, not, I put raw garlic in, or like the garlic, the chopped up lazy garlic you get, but I prefer it with the garlic granules because they're finer. You mix that in, and then I do my toast, put it on my toast, put butter on or not, you don't really need butter on, and then sprinkle a bit of Himalayan pink salt on because that's really good for you. It's better for you than normal table salt, and it's pink, girls, so I like it, it's pink. And then I used to put chili flakes on the top because I've really got to think about chili flakes, but I've got none left, so I've just put ground black pepper on. Honest to God, so tasty. I'm so addicted to it. I told my friend about it and now she can't stop eating it, but it's just a good job I'm not dating anyone at the minute or got smell-o-vision because absolutely stink of garlic. I love garlic, but honest to God, try it. It's really nice. Sorry, I'm really hungry. Right. There's a lady that I talked to about essential nail course when I did some videos last year about starting the essential nail course at home. So you can look at that if you want to know about that. But she was just asking me if they do, because my nails are sculptured nails, and if you don't know what that is, it means they've been, like normally you'd get tips. If you've ever been for your nails done normally, most people do sculptured, but most people do tips, put them on your nails, and then they put the acrylic on or gel on. But the sculptured ones are done on foams, which are, take one off, just wasted another one because I thought I'd already done this, it's like this if you've never seen them. They're all different shapes, they're not all in this colour or this shape or whatever, they're different ones. I think these are off eBay, but basically do that to make it rounder at the bottom. It's just easier to put it on flat, it's not. And then pretend I haven't got a nail extension and that's a short nail or bit of nail. Put it on a little bit of an angle, but mine looks daft now because my nail's sticking up, so I'll just pretend. You sort of get it under the nail and you squeeze the tabs together lightly, and then you just run and squeeze it down there. So there's a C curve there. That's where you get your C curve in. But so it sort of looks like that. If you've ever had these, you're about to get these put on your nails, thinking, oh my God, what they're forms, and then the gel is sculpted on top. The nail is made on top, opposed to having the tip, the plastic tips like this. Just grab one. Woo! Normally the little tips which sit on your nail, this goes under your nail, so you can probably, if you have got a bad nail on top where it's quite hard to maybe glue, because these are glued on and then the acrylic or gel's put on, it doesn't really matter with these because you're going underneath. So I noticed when I went in the back to have a look in my essential nail course kit that you get, I also paid for the maintenance bit of it because you need to know how to maintain them as well as doing your nails, acrylics or gels. You do get reusable forms And I'm not on the maintenance bit yet, so I've just pulled these out and I'm like, but these are reusable ones, which bend out. I'm taking it and I'm taking it, you put it sort of in the same way, but as you can see, you haven't got a long one if you want to do a long stiletto, but they just annoy me. But you do get them because you can buy reusable ones if that's what you want to do. Maybe it's cheaper because you're not buying these, but I prefer these. And then you do get, where have they gone? You do get, these are like the bog standard cheap forms, and you'll see these on eBay, these sort of ones, just square opposed to these being, see the funny shape on that? And then you've just got square, and you see the tabs down the side, which is this bit. That's what I like, because these, as I'll show you again, and you will notice you get like a circle. Some people don't use this, but I do because I think it makes it sturdier. If you put it underneath, stick it on underneath the number bit, the nail bit, and when you put this under, and do the same with this, roll it a bit like that, make it a bit flexible. It makes it, with that C-curve bit, easier to put on your finger. When you put this on your finger, I don't know if you'll notice, but you haven't really got the, see what I mean? You haven't really got the, and if you do put that underneath, because you don't have to, because that's not sticky there, it doesn't tend to stick a lot, you haven't really got much room to squeeze the tab together. You know what I mean? It'll come undone. And that's how I found when I got these cheaper ones online once when I was practicing ages ago. That's probably why I think I stopped doing it to practice it. They were coming undone and like they just don't really stay together. And I'm not saying if anyone's got like bigger fingers, but maybe they won't. Whereas these ones, I think are great because you've got all that tab underneath, and all you do is when you're putting your finger in the light box, you know, your LED or your UV light box, sometimes you're like, oh god, they're a bit annoying. All I do is I just bend them over, bend the tabs over to the side, makes it a bit more sturdier. And you can actually, because they have numbers going down here for the length of your nail, and I think mine's number 4. So when you're making your nail, if you're always going to number 4 in your hand, you know that they're all near enough the same length, but you will be filing and shaping them. Because obviously when you've done the nail, I will do a tutorial on it with what I do when I get a better camera, like I was saying, so you can see properly. But you build it up and then you'll file it into shape a bit. If you were doing a shorter nail and you did even the nail where mine is now is here, and you've got all this, and maybe it's a bit annoying to put in the light box, don't get a big pair of scissors like this. These are just my crafting scissors. I wouldn't really be using this to chop me folders off. You can just, she says, fabric scissors, not fabric scissors, got nail scissors, but you can just cut them down so they're not as long and then just bend these round like that. But I really like these because I just feel that when you're building on a form, it's like connected to your nail, or connected onto your nail. Where with a tip, you're putting, where's it gone? You're putting your tip on the customer's nail or your nail. On top, you've got to put super glue onto your nail. So I think that can lift sometimes. I don't know. This is more onto your nail, like onto your nail. So a friend came round yesterday and I did hers, and it did take me quite a few hours. I could say nearly 4. But I'm practicing, so I've only done it about 3 times on people because I was doing the tips. That's how some people learn. And I just like it this way. So obviously, the more you practice, the faster you get. So I'm using people as hand models now to practice. I have got the hand, when you get the essential nail kit, when you pay for it, you do get, I don't know if you've seen it, the hand trainer. It's like a fake hand. And that's good because that's for like if you can't get customers in, and when you first start off, it does take you ages to get it down. And maybe people don't want to be sat there for hours while you're messing with the nails. So you get that in between, which I do use, but I just wanted some people to practice on and to give me feedback if they like the nails, because my hand trainer can't go, oh yeah, they're fat, yeah, they're good. And she did really like them. And funny enough, she's actually texted me back today and said her mum would like to have her nails done for holiday. So I'm quite chuffed about that because she had the same sort of design as mine, sparkly, which is nice. And normally when I'm training, when I'm practicing on people, sometimes I do it for free because they're good advertisement, like a mum seen them. and her mum's paying, but I'll only charge her half, and it's not for me, it's just to pay for more gel and more forms, because obviously if I'm not getting paid anything for it, I need to restock my stuff. So I pay half because I'm not qualified yet, but I need to restock my stuff. So that's fair in a way, getting half price nails. But I don't know if I can show you on here. She sent me a picture today on Instagram saying how much she loved the nails. She took a really nice picture. So let me see if I've saved it. Just show you. She was really chuffed with them, and I was like, I'm sorry it took ages, but she said, no, you're practicing, which I am. Practice makes perfect, so you just don't be put off you thinking, oh my God, it takes me ages. Everyone must have been there at one stage, you know, with all that, obviously, because, right, I'll have to show you. You know what I mean? Everyone was there at one stage, so you just got to practice, don't let it put you off. Because the lady that was asking me, I don't know if you can see them nails, she took, oh no, it's the lighting. Bloody, no, you can't really see, but she was dead chuffed with them. They were glittery and sparkly. They were shorter than mine, but pointy like mine. But she was also saying, the lady that I talked to on Facebook, that she's doing the acrylic course, but she can't stand the smell, and that's why I went to gel. I can't stand the smell of acrylics. I think, I'm not sure, so don't quote me on it, I think if you've got a higher quality acrylic set, I think they do low odour. Is it monomer or whatever the smell is? I think they do low smell, but because I was doing it at home, I hated it. And because my son has not a weak chest, but he was in hospital once for a chest, a bit like a chest infection thing, and I just thought, no, I don't want that getting on his chest. And even though I was doing it in the back room, his nana came in once and I couldn't smell anything. She went, have you been doing your nails? And I was like, yeah, why? She's like, absolutely stinks. So I was a bit like, I don't think some people, I'm sure some customers mustn't like the smell either. Sorry, I really have to eat that, I'm starving. Don't like the smell. Well, I don't, so that's why I chose to do gel, because it doesn't smell. But don't be put off if that's, I mean, if you pay for that now, you have to do it. You can do that, because you could always do gel again in the future, so you can do gel and acrylics. But I just want to concentrate on gel and doing the forms, because I really enjoy doing them, and I will get it down. I'll get it down in whatever the sort of good timing is for doing that. But then again, I'm not rushing, because I want them to be good. I don't want them to be just rushed and hanging off and whatever. But what else was I going to say? Yeah, so I don't think they actually do the course in. I'm not saying they don't, but I'm just saying I don't think I can find in here that they do. So they do acrylic sculpt in there. Do they do gel? I might just not be able to see it in this book that they do. Let me see, gel. Gel. I don't think so, but I'm not saying the God's honest truth that they don't. I can't see it in there. But I got the course with, like I said, mainly the tips, not the sculpting forms. But in the maintenance, you got the sculpting forms and the reusable forms. But the thing is, to me, it doesn't really matter, because a tip is a tip. A form is like you're building the tip to then build it up. So really, I got the tips, but I'm going to do the forms, but I don't think it really matters in my eyes, because like I'll be getting trained in doing the gel, but really that is just, the tips are just, the forms and the plastic tips are just the preference of what you're using to build the nail up. You're still building the nail up on a tip, and it's just you putting that platform, that tip on your nail and then building on top of it. This one maybe is a little bit longer, because you put it on, you've got to put your first layer of gel on thinly to do the shape, and then when that's cured, you can take the nail form off. Some people take it off. Some people leave it on as they're building it. I tend to take it off. Then you're building it over there, so it's not really, to me, it's just preference of what you like to use. because you might have been a nail tech that's been doing this for ages, thought, oh, I'm going to give this a go. And really all you've got to basically do is practice, 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 and practice. Don't think you have to really do a course in it unless you really want to, because you're feeling that you're not getting the grip of it. But you can go on YouTube, that's what I do. You can watch other people doing it. Keep watching, practice, practice. All it is practice, practice, practice. Hours of practicing. That's why I do it on and off with Finn. I do it when I can fit in. It's just hours of practicing. And I am getting better than I first was last year when I started. I remember doing someone's nails and oh God, they were so thick at the tips and everything. Not anymore. They're not anymore. But that just comes with practice. So this will come with practice. And if you decide, I mean, you might be doing tips and thinking, yeah, I really like tips, but I'm going to, when I get spare time, I'm going to practice on the forms and maybe what different forms you want, because you can get different shapes of these for, like, I'd say it's more like an almond shape nail. You can get stiletto pointy ones, but at the end of the day, all you do is squeeze it sort of when you're putting the gel on, make the shape. So you could do stilettos on there, square, almond or anything, but if you're following the shape, like if you followed this shape, it's going to be more of an almond, but you can make it yourself. It just all comes with practice. So that was to you, you know who you are, Sandy was asking. But yeah, so get some off eBay and just practice if that's what you want to do for now, because that's the thing, you might want to do a course, and I think you said you did acrylics but now you don't like the smell of it. You could just buy a cheap kit of either and see which one you like before you actually do the course, and see if you get to grips with the plastic tips, because maybe you just prefer these than the forms, or maybe you've been doing tips and you've been hearing about forms and you want to practice. Just get some cheaper ones and just practice. They don't have to cost a bomb, these, if you have a look round for different forms, and you might like certain forms to other ones, because I prefer this sort of shape with the longer tab on than the really, really cheap ones. Because I'd say if you ended up getting these little square ones, even if you're just practicing, I think they're gonna pee you off anyway, because they're not. You need the tabs on the bottom to stick it around people's fingers when you're putting it on, because they are quite fiddly to get to grips with at first when you're trying to put it under somebody's nails. That's why I always say roll it, break the bit off at the back, and put it on. But it's just watching people on YouTube and practice, 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 practice. That's all it is with everything. Is practice, practice, practice. Don't let it put you off. I mean, I was sat there last night thinking, oh God, it takes ages, but it just comes with time and practicing, like I'm sure it did with any other nail tech. You've just got to keep doing it. If you give up, then you're never going to know if you could do it. You just got to keep going for a bit and seeing if you can get the technique down. Like I say, you might do it for a bit and think, oh yeah, I'll stick to the tips because I prefer that. I'm better at it. You might be better at one than the other. You might be better at both. But don't worry about it. Just have a go. Go and practice, 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 practice. But yeah, so I'm quite chuffed about that. She really loves her nails, and that's another thing as well. If you're a practicing nail tech like me who's doing a course and wants to do it, and even when you're qualified, I'm not saying do cheap nails, because I won't be doing cheap nails. I don't want to be doing cheap nails. I want to specialise in what I'm doing and grow and maybe do different courses, do different things, because I am quite good at nail art and stuff, and I am quite good at encapsulating different things in them. That's what I want to concentrate on. But sometimes, like I had a friend around yesterday, I was like, oh, can I use you as a hand model? So obviously I can take pictures, put it on Instagram, and blah, blah, blah. Because I know she likes having her nails done a lot, or mostly all the time. She likes having her nails on. I know she goes to work, she'll see people. If people see her nails and go, oh my God, where'd you get nails done? That's advertising for you. People might come to you, because a lot of it is word of mouth, So I don't mean give it free to everybody sometimes, because like I said, her mum wants hers doing. And I'll do it cheap because I'm not qualified yet. But I need that little bit of money to get more gels in. I can't keep buying pots of gel, and little blingy bits that I want to put on people's nails to show my designs if I'm not getting any money, because I'm not working at the minute. I'm skimming as it is. So that's just a bit of help to get that back in, because I love doing it and I'm practicing. So that's the way you can do it. And then when you are qualified, don't always be like, oh my God, I'm going to do my nails for this price, and put it at a really low price, or what do you call it, so much off all the time, because you're going to get them clients all the time that are just want to come to you because you're doing really cheap nails, and you might actually be better, what's the word, like better, well, just, I don't know, just deserving more, because you have to buy all your stuff in, you have to buy your foams in, you have to buy your gels in, you have to buy polishes, you have to replenish, is that the right word? Re-get your stock in, you're buying glitters and gems and stuff like that, Swarovski crystals, you have to have money, you have to make a profit for it to be worth it, especially if you really think of doing it as a serious career, and it's a passion, because it is a passion of mine, beauty stuff is anyway, but you've got to replenish all the stuff. It doesn't just come out of thin air. You can't just do someone's nails dead cheap, because then what are you buying? Are you buying really cheap stuff? I want to have like quality stuff, quality nails that are going to last and that are different and unique as well. So you've got to watch what you're doing as well. If you're buying cheap stuff, cheap acrylics and cheap stuff like that, then fair enough, but I don't want to do that. And you've also got to be careful about MMA acrylic, silent killer. I'm not going to say much on it because I don't know a lot about it, but I've heard about it and seen bits about other nail techs. So if you want to go and learn about that, go and Google MMA acrylic. So be careful what you're putting on your nails. Just don't be like, I'm going to her down the road because she does nails for £15. You actually know what she's putting on your nails. That's what you've got to look out for as well. But I hope that made sense to Sandy, who was asking me, and I hope I answered your question. But yeah, just practice for a bit. Practice makes perfect, and you've just got to keep going, practicing when you get spare time. So yeah, see you soon. Bye.